the word of death.
The first new entry onto my League-Cember list.
But what about Dari?
No, shut up. Karthus really does fit the role of a lich luring people to their deaths. When you play him, your literal presence near the enemy brings some very respectful damage over time. And combining this with a Rylai's just makes it even more disgusting for the enemy team to witness. Speaking of Rylai's, it's too good of an item to not get on Karthus. It's really hard landing any of his actual skill shots without it. But honestly, y'all already know why he's here. I play Karthus because of the cathartic experience that is his ultimate. Make your power and influence be known to the world as you call upon the magical essence from beyond the realm of the living. Force your enemies to listen to your solemn song and have it guide them to their final resting place. With a huge fucking blast of AP. Listen and rejoice in death! Talk about a fucking power trip. An ultimate that just does a flat burst of damage onto everyone on the enemy team no matter where they are on the map. Complain all you want, this shit is stupidly fun for me. You're a fucking pushover during the laning phase because landing his Q is the hardest shit in the world since, as Darkmane has discovered in his investigative studies as someone with a PhD does, everyone automatically becomes faster than you if you pick Karthus. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter with your ultimate. They may dodge your Q, they may dash through your wall of pain, they may tank through your no-no zone, but they can't do shit about your ultimate. Nothing at all. No counterplay whatsoever. It is a surefire pentakill. I straight up build around this ultimate alone. Predator boots with Ultimate Hunter, Luden's Echo, Spellbinders, and anything with Magic Pen. Watch your enemies drop faster than Donkey dropped Riot. Or was it the other way around? Point is, it's really powerful and is the only reason why I even bothered playing this dude. Death has never been more euphoric.
They picked the wrong fight.
The former ADC turned jungler slash top laner. Maybe. Well, it doesn't matter, cause wherever you go, you can count on your boomstick to blast through anything. Graves is pretty fun to play because he has a very aggressive playstyle that encourages you to get close to take advantage of his power. Those auto attacks don't mess around, but if you're not sinking every bit of the shell into your targets, then you're not gonna get much damage out of them. And since his attack can be blocked by whatever's in front of him, you have to make sure your positioning game is on point. Graves doesn't really function well in the lane because of this, but these auto attacks are perfect for jungling since it also knocks back anything that's not a champion or an epic monster. Like I said last year, Graves lets me justify running into someone point blank as a ranged champion because he can easily burst them down. Firing a Q and an ultimate in succession will make most health bars disappear. Plus, get a death stance on this dude and you can just carelessly get close while auto-attacking since the heal is ridiculous with your damage. My main gripe with Graves is that he's fallen off the lanes. He excels in the jungle too well to take him anywhere else, and I do not like jungle at all. I love Graves' kit, just sucks that I can't take him anywhere that I excel at. I try to take him top sometimes though, since I believe that's the only lane that will give him enemies he can have a fighting chance against. But hey, that just goes to show you what I'm willing to do to enjoy a fun champion design.
How delightfully painful.
Yeah, y'all remember this champion? I know I do, and I love playing this dude. Triangle feat and all. People seem to have forgotten the damage this juggernaut can do. Combine press the attack with your empowered auto attacks and you will see the enemies scramble as they try to figure out what just happened to their health bar. Plus, since his abilities use health, but also converts that damage into a shield, it encourages you to mindlessly spam his abilities, and when they're paired with different items, it makes him hella fun to play. He also has a variety of build paths that you can take depending on what abilities you want to rely on, which makes him more desirable to play for me as I try to experiment with new items on him. Also, you can have a fucking pet ghost dragon. Now that's metal.
That was awful. No, you should not feel proud of yourself. That was terrible. Fuck you. This is why you don't have subscribers.
It's a fun mechanic that makes the dragon even more of an objective than it already is. It's also one hell of a power play to make on the enemy team. You thought we were shooting a fair one? Nah, we only do 6v5 out here, whether it's a pet dragon or the soul of your dead ally. Granted, scrambling in a teamfight to find the enemy ADC to cast your ultimate on is a bit of a daunting task, which is why I just prefer to cast on a frontline champion. As Mordekaiser, you benefit from something that not many champions do, and that's that no one knows what to do with you. I feel like people just straight up forgot what Mordekaiser can do, but I don't blame them because I don't think Riot knows what to do with him either. He's a melee fighter, but gets bonus experience points when he is near allies. The power in his kit is straight up divided, with some abilities scaling really well with AP and other with AD. He can have a fucking pet dragon in the game, but if you don't want to be the next Thanksgiving dinner for the enemy team, you shouldn't play him anywhere near the dragon. I see Mordekaiser as Riot's attempt at breaking the established formula they created. And although I absolutely love and appreciate that attempt, you also gotta remember that there's never an in-between with Riot's balancing. It's either broken as shit or is literal shit. And this is what happened with Mordekaiser. I remember a time when you lost the game in Champion Select if you didn't ban Mordekaiser. Now people just think you're trolling if you pick him, at least from my experience. But regardless of his relevancy in the current meta, Mordekaiser presents fun abilities and wonderful customizable build options that always bring me back to him. Also, you can have a fucking dragon! Fear my power, mortals.
Caixa, remember the name.
One of my complaints for older ADCs was that they're really team reliant. They don't have much in their kit to defend themselves with if they happen to get caught. Ashe, Kog'Maw, Misfortune, Sivir. So I enjoy that they seem to be trying to design new ADCs to have something in their kit to help them. Whether it's Lucian's dash, Xayah's ultimate, or in this case, Kai'Sa's entire kit. She's a super mobile ADC, which is amazing when there are so many champions that can hop on you in a moment's notice. Kai'Sa brings good damage while also being able to speed herself up. Also, she can make herself invisible for half a second. Wait, really? That's only for half a second? This game really makes you understand just how much can happen in such a little amount of time. But regardless, this one move can help you get closer to enemies, run away from them, disrupt assassins because you can't hit what you can't see, bitch. Here's the thing. It's fun to stay alive and actually get to play the game in color instead of black and white. Caixa is an example of the potential an ADC has when they're given some survivability. And this isn't through something big like Xayah's literal invulnerability. It's just movement. And invisibility, as well as a shield that scales with your AD damage, but shut up. And nothing is as mobile as her ultimate. What I love about this ability is that it reminds me of Galio's ult. Sure, the difference is that it can be used offensively, such as catching up to a fleeing opponent or using it to reposition yourself in a fight, while also getting a hell of a nice shield. But my favorite way to use it is when your ally is being chased and you zoom in right next to them to save the day. I heard y'all were talking shit, so what's up? Caixa is one of the rare ADCs that actually makes me want to play the role, which is noteworthy to me because I don't really enjoy playing ADC anymore. But I'm glad to know if I ever do have to play the role, I got a fun champion to rely on.